Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
There's a reason why we have plans to talk about cast. There's set agendas because it's the topic of at hand. Jodie Whittaker, this doctor, and make no mistake about it, I'm always open to do multiple casts. Let's say about Paul McGann or whatever, but not tonight. I wanted to talk about Jodie Whittaker because I wanted to answer people's questions, comments, and our opinions, and I did not want that last cast to go into that direction. And again, sometimes people just don't go according to planogram there, or just like, and you want to say in the title, this is what we're going to talk about. And again, the whole point is that we could talk about Paul McGann tomorrow. Today, I want to talk about
Jodie Whittaker
and the situation.
Yeah.
We could talk about Paul McGann tomorrow, the next day. God bless you. But that's not what I wanted tonight. So, and I don't want to get lost with, and look, there was, and I do want to state this here again. I don't put bull crap on this cast, okay? When we look at the stories, we look at it, and if we find that the story's not right, we say here, there was no Steven Spielberg thing. There was none of that crap. I don't know where she got that from.
I started looking that up, and I didn't.
So, Real Whovians cast is not saying
fan of the show, but nothing about wanting to do it.
Listen, I don't screen people. I mean, not that I don't screen people. People say what they want to say on here, but overall, there's a direction I want the cast to go. If I want to talk about a certain thing, common sense, we're going to talk about that. Of course, sometimes things get out of hand. I go with it, but after trying to get it back 5 times, I end the cast because we're going to go in here and do it. I don't care. Listen, I'm saying it out here, and I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just frustrated. But the thing is, I don't care. We could talk about Paul McGann, but not tonight. I worked all day, and I was whatever, and I couldn't wait to talk about this. Don't want to talk about that tonight. People got to understand.
Jodie Whittaker.
People got to understand.
The team.
And I would be all for doing multiple casts when we have time. I don't have time tonight because I got to work tomorrow. But, so anyway, let's get back to it. This is an actual part of connection to the Twitch video we did about your comments and the merchandise and everything. We have, again, so many members of the Real Whovians cast. People were like, oh, I didn't know this one's back. And people don't leave. It's just that they don't have to appear every freaking night. Scott is like core member. Chris is a core member.
Yeah.
Vaughn is a core member. Sally is a core member. Ben is a core member. I mean, we have core member. I mean, I don't like to put labels on that either. Because then people are like, what are you talking about? Why not a core member? Because you didn't mention me. There's too many people. You need a freaking scorecard.
Because the other day I looked at the Real Whovians and I was like, okay, was it number 5 or 6 this person was? So
there's no numbers, okay?
No.
And also, people starting to be like, why is this person's name first? Listen, okay? Sometimes I change it up because I can't believe that people would say, why is this person's name next to Matrixlord? And then, relax. You don't need to send me private messages about that. It's not a big deal. It's just, I mention it. Matrixlord, then Scott, then Susie. It doesn't matter who follows my name in the freaking description. It's not a big deal. Like, can we just have fun for once? And just, why is everything a situation? Why isn't this one in there? Because they're working, or they're sleeping, or they're fucking whatever. I don't know. Why can't? Why? Because maybe I don't have the friggin'. I didn't pay for the elite Zoom to have 1 million fucking people in here. Okay. If we had to put 35 people in here at the same fucking time, maybe I would do that. But I don't really feel like that. So no, could we just relax? Anyway. I'm losing it. It's already 1:25 in the morning. I'm not give a fuck mode right now. So I do apologize for the vulgarity because we do have some younger people watching.
It's tiredness. It's exhaustion.
It's tiredness. So yes, we can do a Paul McGann cast and the 8 Doctor cast, and shit, with sugar on top. If you want to do some big finish crap with Paul McGann, and if I get my hands on it, yes, we'll do that, but not fucking tonight. That's basically it. That's all. Respect the format, man. That's it, man. You hear me, Susie? No. Oh, I'm not mad at anybody. Just like whatever. Okay, so anyway, and this, you know what? These comments, I crack up.
Yeah,
crack up because I know some people don't mean it, but they're being ball busters. Because some people I talk on a regular basis every day, and then I'll see shit on them. I'm like, oh, they're fucking with me. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna lay it out for you. All right, I'm gonna tell you me, and then Scott's gonna tell you himself. Okay, Matrixlord212 did not want the doctor to be a woman. Everybody fucking knows that, okay? Let's move on. I didn't want Jodie Whittaker to be the doctor. I got her. She's the doctor. Move on. What I'm not going to do, okay, I am not going to undo a doctor. I'm not going to sign a petition. I'm not going to join a group. Once she's the doctor, she's my doctor. I support her, okay? I'm going to watch her because I've watched this forever, this show, okay? It's part of my major existence of being alive is this show, okay? So I am going to watch her as the doctor. So, and again, all the people that want to add me to, these groups about, like, revoking her doctorship, no. I say the nay. Okay? And there's a reason for it because we cannot, again, this is different from Last Jedi. So I'm like, I did sign a picture. There's a reason for that. But anyway, she is the doctor. And we're going to accept her and we're going to watch her. And, maybe I won't like her. And there'll be another doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to always, again, of all the doctors that we've had, I didn't like Colin Baker's doctor. Nothing against Colin Baker. Maybe it was the writing, maybe it was whatever. I just didn't see him choking our companions and not giving a crap that she's with this Viking creature and she's a supermodel and now she's miserable. So I don't understand why there was disrespect there, just leaving her there. And I understand that, this is what look, there was a whole bunch of things. I didn't like the outfit, I didn't like this, whatever. Okay, move on, okay? Didn't leave the show then, didn't leave the show, whatever. Wasn't crazy about them being a doctor in between. Pissed off about that, you heard my mouth. But you know what? I love John Hurt. Watched tons of his friggin' movies. And you know what? I accepted it. He's the war doctor. Again, he's not the doctor. He's the war doctor. So you don't change the numbering because his whole tenure as the war doctor is war. Okay? So let's get that straight. Just like you're not going to call a Valyard doctor like he's a Valyard. Okay? And that's another reason why I wasn't accepting of the war doctor, because I don't want this to be a regular thing. If he gets an itch after 15 incarnations, he's just not the doctor anymore. And this could happen like 1,000 times. We don't know. But again, that's the whole point. I want to watch Jodie Whittaker, and we're going to make videos on everything. She gets a new pair of socks, there will be a video about it. She has her hair a certain way, there'll be a video about it. Because you know what? They're not giving us anything. So if I see her hair color different or she's got a tattoo, there'll be a video about it, okay? We get a picture. A tattoo of Missy on her shoulder. No, we get a thing in the TARDIS, we'll talk about it. Sonic Screwdriver, Zygons, whatever. We're going to talk about it because that is what we do. Anything on Doctor Who, the Whovians cast. If she makes a comment, if she does an interview, if Chibnall does an interview, if the writers, the directors, if the episodes, if there's a trailer, if there's a teaser, if there's a mini-sode, we're going to do cast on it. And I'm going to do videos on it. I'm going to do videos, even my morning with Matrixlord, moving with Matrixlord, moments with Matrixlord, Matrixlord at midnight, Matrixlord, whatever. I'm going to do videos about Doctor Who like I used to. I'm going to go to the place showing you merchandise, showing you if it's on clearance or not, because that's what I want to do besides my other stuff.
Yeah.
So get used to it. Don't tell me why you're making a video, because I want to make videos. I'm a YouTuber. I do that. I'm going to do videos that probably you just don't like. If you want to watch me having Cheerios in a 24-hour loop that somebody did, God bless you. Or me having a cookie and not saying a word, that's great.
Much
if you don't,
love and respect.
There's some videos that maybe I don't even like that I've done. But you know what, though? That's why there's 5,800 videos to choose from. But there's going to be more. But just please don't tell me why you're doing videos, why you're talking about it. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to talk about anything I want to talk about. And again, before there was cast, I was by myself. You saw my face. Then I did cast. Then I had to get used to trying to not talk over people. And it took a while, and sometimes we still have problems. Yeah. But you know what? And there's going to be times where I'm not doing cast. Maybe I'm going to go back while I'm doing cast, but do more single videos that you're used to. I know a lot of my fans are angry that I don't do that anymore. And again, you can't do both. It's enough. There's not enough hours in the day. I would love to do the news and whatever in a single video. I don't have time anymore. Life is getting busy. Yeah, Scott.
Well, like you said, we're not against. Basically, yeah. When I first heard there was going to be a female doctor, I thought, "Oh, yippee, go Skippy." Then I heard it was Jodie Whittaker. Well, I hadn't heard anything about her, because of what she did over there. I never watched anything she did. But like Joe says, I'm going to give her a chance. I'm honestly going to sit down, watch the episodes, and if I stop watching them, I stop watching them. It's not because she's doing a poor job. It's just that the episodes and the show just had no longer grabbed me. But if I catch scenes for another episode, I thought, oh, that might look interesting and might get me back watching it again. And like I have always said from the beginning of hearing there was a chance when there was a chance, and then when there was a female doctor announced, these are the hurdles that Doctor Who's going to have to overcome, and it seems like they're wanting to ignore them because they want to shove the fact, oh, first female doctor, yay! These have always, and it's always going to be the speed bumps for Doctor Who. These are going to be, and I've said it umpteen dozen times. If the show goes poorly and is put on a hiatus, or if it is taken off the air, the lion's share of the voices are going to be screaming, not because of the writers, not because of the directors, not because of the actress or actors, because that's always there. It's going to be because Doctor Who and the BBC chose a woman. That's going to be the lion's share of it. Next up, stay on the same point in particular. There's also going to be those who's going to be screaming that they purposely miswrote and misdirected Jodie Whittaker to prove that a female should not be the doctor. And you know there's going to be those screams when they see an episode that they didn't care for. Next up, they resolved my third point 2 times over by having 2 male companions, because the next step is if they didn't give the doctor, if they continue to write the doctor the way they have been, there's going to be those who's going to be screaming, oh, the BBC and Doctor Who's promoting violence towards women. May I point out to the whole poster of X-Men Apocalypse, all that BS around Apocalypse strangling Mystique. Remember all that came out? And how are they going to write for a female doctor? Well, can anybody tell me that? And as we've seen, they're going to do the whole Rosa Parks storyline, which we've all, as you heard in past episodes, if the doctor's simply going to meet them, or a companion's going to meet them, fine. Run into, fine. We have no problem. But to incorporate somebody of her magnitude in a 2-part storyline, it's sort of
it hasn't been done.
Yeah, I know.
With the exception of Winston Churchill, they used him a couple times.
Yeah,
So.
well, Churchill's different. I mean, come on, Churchill. He was.
I don't understand. And you know what the sad thing is? They're going to throw it. It's. I don't know how this is going to be. Vaughn doesn't like it. I don't like it. But again, continue.
But there was one. But that's pretty much it. It's just like people sit down to watch their favorite show, and they don't want to be preached at. They don't want to. They don't want to really be taught.
Yeah.
And that's
you don't need the damn. You don't need the damn women's symbol right here in the logo. Okay, let's just talk because people want to know what I do like. All right. Again, I hate that this is orange like this because I feel that the color schematic with the sky, with her, with the ground, with the TARDIS, it's off. Okay. So not only I don't like the color. Okay. Also, when the hell did they have BBC? Like, I mean, BBC right on the top. Okay, I mean, we know it's the BBC.
Lower
I know, but okay, that's not a big deal. But the women's symbol, that's ridiculous. Now, this is the women's symbol. Okay, not happy with it. All right, why does it have to be an agenda? I don't know. Now, let me go. I'm gonna go to something else, and I want to talk about it. Let's go to. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go to this now. Now, again, I said I like this. I like without the logo. I like her like this.
Great without the logo.
Yeah, I like it with the TARDIS in the background with her like this. That is something I like. That's fantastic. Okay, there's no agenda.
Yeah.
It's like the reason why I like is because with the darkness like that, it's like, well, what is she gonna be? What kind of doctor is she gonna be? And it's mysterious. It hooks you in.
And having the Doctor Who logo anywhere, it takes away from it on top of that.
I mean, yes, I understand the Doctor Who logo, but don't do an agenda with the Doctor Who logo. That's my whole point. It's like, you don't need to do that. So, again, let's see what else. I mean, again, this is going to be the shirt, okay? No one's going to buy it. And I'll tell you why. Not because Doctor Who, but because the stupid freaking women's symbol. It's not, I mean, they may think it's cute and everything, but you know what though? Isn't it embarrassing to women that, like, I don't think women afford them, a lot of women. But we'll find out, obviously. And maybe women will buy that, or maybe some men will buy that. But you know what? I think it's going clearance. And I think they're going to change the logo. I have a feeling that there's going to be enough backlash.
Oh, one other thing that just dawned on me. And we've seen how women are treated in certain cultures and times. So how are you going to address that little aspect of the Doctor being a female? And if you write her a certain way, you're going to have people come out, well, you're not promoting a positive role model for women, but yet if you write her another way, you're going to make her a know-it-all and a bitch.
All right. So, like, we also talking about the women of our show.
Yeah.
And, you know, I said that the Time Lass is for it.
Yeah.
You know, Jessie the Time Lass. Adele is for it. The Ronnie is not for it. And then we have Susie, who's not for it. Vaughn, who wasn't for it, but you know, Sally, who's not for it, Gloria, who wasn't for it, okay?
And these are all women who could pretty much tuck you out the door under the table about Doctor Who. So don't think that we two old
these are not like one appearance people on here either.
We can't.
Yeah. And I know that Wombat Baron, she's for it, you know, but she's a little weary too. Like, she wants to see what they do. It's not like 100% type of thing. Yeah. So, but and again, that's just a women aspect. Then we have the guys. Like, Steven is not for it. I wasn't for it originally, but I'm coming around. Let's just see what it is. You're gonna watch it. You weren't for it originally.
Yeah.
And
like he says, we may change our minds about Jodie Whittaker, and he's right. Writing a doctor off would be the wrong thing to do.
No. Because then, you know what it is? Then it's too
lazy
easy.
Writing.
It's too easy because then you could always do it.
Yeah.
And again, it's a completely different thing about Star Wars compared to that. Because Star Wars is something else. and something that was destroyed and ruined that will forever change for decades and decades and decades on end. It's just the whole damn movie was garbage to me. But anyway, Doctor Who, I'm gonna watch it. All right, originally, and again, you have to. There has to be some type of common sense too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for me, even if I hated it, to walk away from it because I have all these Doctor Who pages. This whole channel is basically. I mean, yes, we could adapt without talking about Doctor Who with the Everything Show and Harkest, because I set that in motion years ago in case something happened with Doctor Who, where it would be off the air or be done, and we would have something else to talk about while we do casts and stuff. So, you know, the channel will operate whether it's here or not. And I think for me to get off the show, like watching Doctor Who, is going to be pretty extreme. And it's like him becoming a woman's not going to be that. It has to be even more than that. So if the day does come where I'm totally done with Doctor Who, then you'll see, then I'll probably end the pages and stuff like that and, you know, whatever. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that at some point in time, even the most stubborn showrunners and writers and, you know, all these people that are doing Doctor Who now that are blocking everybody's opinion, eventually it's going to get wrong. Eventually, I know, but let me finish. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where, as stubborn as some people may be, they have to listen before they become unemployed. And it's going to be a thing where maybe you should open up and listen and change the direction. And again, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if doctors.
And by ignoring what a lot of people are saying, you're already dooming yourself to fail.
Never have an ego when you're doing Doctor Who, where you're not. Even Moffat admitted with an ego that he did watch everybody. Okay, there's not a rule that he can't watch everybody, so he did watch everybody he watched. You know, and it's a thing where you don't have to cater to all fans, but there's got to be a fan in you that's going to say, you know, I would love this if I was just a fan, and I would want somebody to do that. Just like, for the life of me, I just don't understand why Moffat never did a whole multi-doctor story thing. I just don't get it. I don't know why he didn't have Susan in it. I mean, I don't know if it's ego. I don't know why he didn't have Ian Chesterton in it. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I don't know why he couldn't do what we wanted. Like, you had the opportunity. You didn't, and why did you want to destroy the legacy of the Ninth Doctor, having him push the button? Yeah. I mean, again, it wasn't the whole thing with the Eighth Doctor that made it a big thing is because we didn't see him in anything else. But he was responsible for it, doing the button, until Moffat changed it. And we wanted to see, well, what caused him to do that? Why did he make that decision? And when you try to pass it off to a fan that's watching Doctor Who for a long time, and you think you're trying to pull a scheme or a bullshit scam and say it was a Ninth Doctor, and then the guy shows up for work, he's like, wait, what? You want me to push the button? Hell no. No. Yeah. I'm not going to be in Doctor Who with you either. So then you get John Hurt, and it's like, well, isn't it kind of hard now that a doctor we've never seen, how are we supposed to feel for that doctor? Yeah. And the emotional turmoil that he's going through. We don't even know who the hell he is. So I think that's why Day of the Doctor kind of fell flat in certain areas. And also you throw the Zygons in it too, which is like, oh God, why? You know? I mean, you got Matt Smith and you got the 10th Doctor, which you would see it just for that. And the interaction with John Hurt too is cool, but like otherwise that is the most ridiculous thing I've
still
ever seen.
Can't see why they had the Zygons in that episode.
And then you get Tom Baker as whatever.
Like, there was no reason for it.
And you get Tom Baker, who could be a future Doctor. Then Moffat tried to confuse the crap out of people, saying, well, maybe that's the moment. You know, and I'm like, no. And then he changed it. He's like, no, it's probably the Doctor, just whatever. But like, you know, I'm just saying. Well, I'm going to watch Doctor Who. We're going to see. Regardless of all these different things that are happening. And Jodie Whittaker, you know, I don't know. See, this is the thing. I don't understand. It's a different time era we're in. Because people could unsubscribe to me because they don't like what shirt I'm wearing for the day. And I think it's kind of stupid that just stay subscribed and watch the damn cast. Like, people get offended of any little thing we do on the cast. They'll subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe. And I have somebody that does that for every single week and every single day. And subscribe, unsubscribe. And they think this YouTube glitch is really going to bother me, and that's just annoying, but I don't care. You can't be shallow, and you got to, like, just, you know what, you don't like what we have to say, maybe you should watch and see what other people have to say. Maybe you should watch as time goes on. And don't try to, from one video, say that anybody is labeled this way. You can't do that, you know? And again, I love Von's opinions, and I'm all for Von's voicing her opinions. I'm all for Susie voicing her opinions, and David, and you know, everybody doesn't agree about things half the times, and you know, but you know what? We showcase different opinions. The other things you get when if they don't like your opinion, they just don't put your comments up there, and that's crazy. And if you don't think it's 10 out of 10, you're done. It's like, why would you want to watch something that people totally agreed with you? Well, why would you want somebody to agree with you every single day? And they ask, like, wouldn't you want to watch somebody that maybe doesn't share your opinion, and you want to see, well, why does he arrive at that conclusion?
Yeah. I had a friend who worked with me a few years ago. He says he liked playing video games, but one thing is he always liked playing people who were maybe better than him, maybe one or two better than him. That way he would learn things better. And that's the way it is with Doctor Who and all these other shows. When you start rating things 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, it loses its panache. It loses its meaning. Right. So if you're going to say this is 10 out of 10, how can you really know it's 10 out of 10 since you labeled this other episode 10 out of 10? It's like being around roses all your life.
And I'm not picking. I'm not trying to pick. I'm just trying to say that I think what we offer is
diversity.
And again, you know, we'll have sometimes new people here you've never seen. And sometimes I'm talking to them for the first time. And you'll always get something new on here. That's what I try to strive to do, is I try to give people stuff that's new. You know, and I every day I try to come up with new things about, oh, well, what should we talk about tonight? What should we do tomorrow? What, you know, maybe I'll create a new show. Maybe I'll bring back an old show. Maybe I'll change the show with a twist. My gears are always working to try to see what you guys would want us to talk about. And what I'm interested, because again, I have to be interested in what I'm talking about too. Or even if I'm just want to see what your opinion is, and if I don't even talk that much, I'm just listening. You know, it's like, so that's the whole thing. It's like, just hang in there and just watch us and see what happens. You know, and, you know, tonight, right now, you got me and Scott. Tomorrow, you may have Chris. You may have Ben. You may have Ray. You may have Paul. You know, you may have David. You know, maybe a whole bunch of different people you've never even seen. And who knows? That's why this is fun. You know, I think it's fun. It's definitely not paying the bills, that's for sure. But that's not, you know, it's meant to have fun. You know, it's not like that. Jodie Whittaker, you know, when we saw that clip of her in that play with Christopher Eccleston, I'm like, okay, she can act. Let's see what she's got. I'll give her a chance, you know. I changed the logos to the Doctor Who pages that I had and promoting our doctor, you know.
Promoting her.
Look, she's our doctor. Whether we like her or not, right now she's our doctor. This is what we have. She's my doctor. She's in the news. She's doing the episode. She's the doctor. You know, now the one thing I won't do though, because I feel very powerful of it, and people don't understand why, I will do everything that I can not to try to show that logo. I mean, we did it on this cast, and I don't like it. I had to do it because I wanted to show you, but I am 100% against that logo. And it means a lot to me, that logo, what they're doing, because nobody sees overall what's happening. And I see it. And I don't want this show to become a gimmick. Yeah. I don't want this show to be like, next time she regenerates, it's like they take a wheel. And you know what? I think that's what it is. They're going to take a wheel and they're going to be like, okay, what nationality this time? We're going to, and again, listen, I'm not an ass, okay, and I'm not being a dick. This is what they'll probably do. And it shouldn't be that way. It should be what actor or actress is best for the role. Not that I'm friends with you, you're in, okay? And again, maybe that might be cool, like Olivia Colman is the new Missy or the Ronnie, because you know she's coming to Doctor Who now, because first she said it to the news people.
I want to see her as the Ronnie. I'd love to see the Ronnie.
And then she talked to Chibnall himself, and now it's going to be a thing possibly. So,
or even Romana.
But that's the whole thing. It's like, why can't people just try out for stuff and let's see how they do? Why do you have to be like friends with them? So, I mean, that's why we were kind of against Jodie Whittaker too, because we felt, well, she was in before anything. It's like, you took her to lunch, you want to be a doctor? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. You know, where was the, you know, do we have a videotapes of anybody else trying out for the role? You notice how they never really show that?
Yeah.
Never. They'll say, oh, who are you betting on to be the doctor? But they'll never show anybody's tape trying out for the doctor, unless it's the person that got hired. You know, that's interesting. I don't know. Maybe they're not allowed to. But the TARDIS, and again, here's the thing too. And I said it to Susie, and I didn't mean to. We don't know what the TARDIS is. Yeah, so there's no reason you're going to be pure hatred, angry about something. You don't even know what's going to happen. So I was trying to tell her, like, what are you angry about? We don't even know what it is yet. You know, we don't know what's inside. So you can't be filled with anger if there's no story to relate to. Like, and I don't want that to happen either with my cast members. I don't want people to be all bent out of shape and there's nothing going on to, you know, we don't know what's in there in the TARDIS. And when you're talking about a story, I never heard that. You know, when would Steven Spielberg ever buy something himself, like a property? You know, it would be a movie company buying a property or something, but no. So,
granted, it would. We all agree it would be kind of neat to see what his spin on things would be. But
listen, if let's say a movie company that was related to his projects bought Doctor Who movie rights. Like, you know how like BBC will keep the TV rights, but somebody have the movie rights, and then he did a movie on it. Okay, but again, let's distinguish between movie and TV show or rights in general. You know, he did not buy it, and that's it. That's the way it is. Or he did not attempt to buy it. Now, maybe there was a company that tried to buy it, and they probably said no. But
he was linked, and he may have been linked to it, and that's what everybody assumed.
I mean, and it's again, there's a difference between someone directing something and somebody owning something. Okay, he doesn't own Indiana Jones, but he does the movies. Okay, that was Lucas, and now it's Disney. So there you go. You know, now there's some things he does own, some things he doesn't own. So, but you got to distinguish. Whatever. And I had never heard that story. So, and I want story. You know, when we talk about stuff on here, you got to be able to show where it came from. Yeah. You know, you can't just blatantly say, "I heard that." Well, where'd you hear it from? You know, and that's what I try to tell people too. If you're gonna come on here, and if you want to do the movies other than like Chris or Ben, you know, let me see it first. Let me see where you're getting the stuff from, because I don't want to just put anything on you, you know? Now, of course, we'll do sometimes, you know, like we'll hear something and we'll say it's speculation. That's different, because we have no idea if it's true or not, like if it's real or not. But
we'll always say, this is
speculation
or I mean, speculation.
Yeah. So, again, we're going to comment. Again, we don't know what the episode's going to shape up with. We don't know how it's going to be when she falls and lands and whatever. But we could speculate. And the fun thing about speculating is when it actually does come out. How wrong are you? How far off the mark are you? Or are you too close? And that's what the interesting
big purse. And
but that's it. I mean, as a viewer, I would be interested in watching a show like that, where, you know, people, all these guys are so crazy thinking this is going to happen. And then when something happens, they're like, well, they were pretty close. Yeah. Or no, they were totally wrong. And then us coming out here saying we were totally wrong. But like to have somebody where it's like blocking your opinions and there's no risks taken. If you don't take any risks, it's boring. Okay, so you got to have, you know, when you're wrong, you admit you're wrong. Take some risks, speculate. Don't be afraid. Rumor, okay, and whatever.
Yeah.
And again, you can't really call us male misogynists if there's females in here saying the same thing. So get some intelligence.
Yeah.
And before you start commenting on stupid things about that.
This is certain more sound like people who've never watched the show, wouldn't watch the show whatsoever.
Because a little more, and then when we have
just want to be part of want to claim that they're part of a change, which doesn't.
I mean, look, I don't think our audience is that stupid where I need to put the female symbol over our female members like they do with Doctor Who. That's ridiculous. You know who's female here and who's not. So, but still, stop it with it.
I hope you do.
Yeah. We're not at that point yet. Where we have it. Listen, not yet. We could. We don't know yet. We don't have any members. I'm not going to stop.
It's late.
It's late. It's late.
It's late. We get.
It's fun. We just ramble on. Whatever. See what Joey Whitaker does. That's it.
Yes.
All right. And then maybe a couple things to talk about what everybody wants. Well, what Susie wants to talk about. Not tonight. I can't wait for the comments tomorrow. What did you do to Susie? I did nothing. All right. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.